Hello, I am Jonghyun Choi Jitan, and I'm gonna present about the book Utopia, written by Thomas More. The author of this book, Thomas More, was born in February 7th, 1478, and he died in July 6th, 1535. He was an English lawyer, social philosopher, author, statesman, and humanist. And this book, Utopia, is written by him in 1516. The book begins with a dialogue format with a scholar named Raphael and Moore. Raphael was a person who had experienced various cultures of origin countries, and he also exposed the realities and scenes of British society at the time. He thought that the nobles lived too comfortable with other people's labor and said they were exploiting the peasants. At the same time, he tells the story of farmers who lose their homes and fields because of the businesses which is learned by nobles. He also criticized the death penalty system and the laziness of the rich and the king. And after this conversation, the story begins about a place called Utopia, which was solving various problems. The, the story of Utopia consists of the environment, institutions, military, religion, and so on. The island called Utopia is fortified, making it easy to prevent outside aggression. Farming villages are well developed and living in city and countryside alternately every 2 years. Private property is not recognized in the city and 200 representatives are elected by people. There are slaves in this town and all of them are prisoners. The military in this country uses war only when the war is the only means, or else it tries to solve it as peacefully as possible. There are also many different religions in Utopia, with the majority believing in the same God but not forcing it, and there is freedom of conversion. At the time, the main topic of the Europe was religious reform, but the religious groups tried to cover up various economic issues and their problems, and Moore tried to criticize them. In other words, the purpose of the book was to criticize the reality of Britain at a time when the gap between rich and poor was widening and decay was spreading. The word, the word utopia written in the book is a word made by Moore, meaning where there is no place. This strongly implies that utopia does not really exist, but is an ideal thing that mankind must reach. After reading the book, the most impressive part was conversation between Raphael and Lawyer. Lawyer is the person who is unwilling to find any faults in English society. Unlike the lawyer, Raphael wanted to criticize about the society and also spread the ideal society, utopia. One day, the lawyer told his son to Raphael that his capital punishment for larceny is essential, but the rates of the crime do not decrease. And Raphael said that the reason of being larceny is lack of jobs, and this is caused by king and nobles' luxury. So this conversation shows that the order England had big social problems. Also, the story shows that the social problem which exists at the time is still exist. And it reminds me that the responsibility of causing crime is not just for them, but also for the nobles and us.